Hello, friends. This is Giuliano, and it is the 6th of March, 2022. I'd like to talk to you today, right now, about the VRSC price chart. I'm very curious about all of this. We are in interesting times for the VRSC market, particularly VRSC BTC pair on Safe Trade is going to be the main example, but also I'm going to first take a look at the historical price chart. So I'm going to do that first here. This is the historical VRSC price chart. And in fact, in the video description, I've linked the previous video I made, but I didn't release it just because of some technical things that I considered that are maybe not true. And I didn't want, like, they're just incorrect technical theoretical ideas about price charting and such. So I'm not sure. So I just left it be. And there you have it. Just check it out if you're interested to know more about my long-term historical thinking and where I think we are right now. And based on where it is today, it is confirming some of those ideas. And I guess what I would like to say today is we're going to determine whether we have like a big, fast, hard move up and a long move down again, or if we can have something more sustained and, how do we say, grinding at these new levels where we can find some new support for the next group of market participants to enter and continue to push the price higher with further demand. Because really, this is about a supply and demand situation. We know that the VRSC BTC price is not it's not very voluminous and liquid for quite some time. We were having less than one Bitcoin, less than half a Bitcoin at times, sometimes, just nothing huge. But now, even since the previous video, we've had a sustained amount of volume, and we could see it on the chart. But first, I want to remind of the order book that it's relatively thin, that barely a couple of thousand of ferrous. Well, now it's been repopulated. So what happens is it gets sold up and down and gets repopulated. And so none of this is advice in any way, but it's just very easy to buy up the order book, get it up, and then the price will come back down to those levels. So patience seems to be a good idea, especially if there have already been what are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3-day candles, 15 days of up moves. Now, on a daily chart, which we could see, it will show a bit more choppiness, but as you see, this move up trajectory is right up into this zone here. So the thing to remember is that there are miners been mining, there are accumulators who've been accumulating. And so there will be, especially as the price rises, there will be increased selling pressure, selling volume. And therefore, although, well, yeah, that's just the general idea. So when that would happen, if there's not the same demand that's met, okay, then it would generally come back down. To what level of retracement? Not, in my sense, we're probably starting some form of higher move, but at the same time, we want to chop and consolidate so that it doesn't go too high too fast and then fall just as hard. Eventually that will happen at some point, and it does on smaller cycles as well, like you see it here. And we might see whatever we're going to see it. We're going to see it on this move up. We'll see the red candles and what they do. But generally here, that's the idea, is if participants can be patient, grab what you want at the bags, into your bags at the market orders that you need, if they're small or whatever. And yeah, some people, you don't mind pushing it up to 33,000, 3,100. Eventually it'll get pushed up to the 3,500 levels, probably. That might be the next step. But generally, I think over that time, like, look at this beauty volume here. It's coming in, but also selling volume will come at some point. we'll see. Actually, it'll be interesting to see where does the real big selling volume come. But in terms of buying volume as well, um, it can wait down here, and there are miners who would appreciate selling into, miners and stakers would probably appreciate selling into these levels on a sustained basis, rather than selling them into them once and then having them drop all the way down. Or well, anyway, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, it'll be interesting to watch as the market participants come in, and what type of things do they do. My thing, the reason I'm saying this is, I think personally, this is just my humble opinion, that the healthiest thing would be for the order book to be populated, and then you just build more and more liquidity at and around a fair price, and then you get some form of sustained growth over time. It requires some sort of patience, and maybe that's beyond crowd behavior in this sense. Maybe this is not about patience either. Maybe this is truly a demand versus supply equation that's finding its equilibrium, and so who knows where that is. Maybe this is not where it is, but based on past price action, and going back to the previous chart that we were showing, based on the past price action, this is a good area to consolidate. If you can hold above these types of lines here, you're in a great position to then take off. And if participants can allow the chop and find their range that they can accumulate, that would be pretty healthy. Now, that there's always this dilemma, the game theory or prisoner dilemma of accumulating, and because I'm assuming a relatively stable flow of miner output into the exchanges. So from that sense, I think there is some sort of equilibrium that could be found. There will always be volatility up and down, but I think we are roughly around that level. Maybe it's going to have to come to 4,000 first and find a bigger zone of chop. I don't know. We're going to find out what these participants do. And it's definitely an interesting time for the VRSC price. And we are just at this takeoff level, and just starting to really fill some new bags, I imagine. So welcome if you're watching on behalf of your new commitment to the VRSC. Then also the biggest suggestion, none of this advice financially, but and that's the beauty of the testnet. Try the testnet. Use the testnet. It is incredible. Get into the Discord and ask for a basket of funds, so that you can get started buying IDs and using the interactivity of the VRSC network, and try it out. It's incredible, really. And so it's just a fresh release. So you can also find in the description, you'll find the link to the download for the wallet, but it's right there on the website. And you can always check those VRSC ID signatures. It's beautiful. Well done. Yes, big time. Praise and respect. So anyway, here we are in this March of 2022, and we are lifting off from higher lows. This is the price chart talk. So we're just going to quickly look at a one-day version, and then we'll get out of here. Okay, don't really have much else to say. Go watch that other video if you're interested in having further thoughts. So in this level here, it looks reasonable. If it will chop here and find something, that would be nice and healthy. If it needs to get up here first, 4,000, then that's fine too. But I think if you go to 4,000, you're coming right back down to 3,500. So once you start seeing it come up to 4,000, I don't know. I would say don't FOMO right away. Now let's see who comes in though. That's the thing. Who are the market participants coming in and all of that? No, it's interesting. You're seeing even a bit of declining volume if you're looking on a daily here. So whatever that means to you. To me, that says, let's chop around a bit here. That would be nice. Okay. Patience is the key, because we can tell as soon as enough participants are coming in, it's shooting up. That's the game theory idea as well. It's like you gotta watch out, because there will be a point where enough participants push it up way bigger than this. So, again, not advice, not financial advice, but it's like if you don't have any in your bag, grab some and put in that bag. All right, and that is it for the Varus price chart thoughts against BTC, particularly if you are using a safe trade exchange. And yeah, that's about it. Until next time, I'm going to leave you here. Okay, watch that other video if you want, and go try the testnet, join the testnet, and participate. And the mainnet soon. Okay. Also, check out, subscribe, like the video, make a comment, whatever. If you're still listening, thanks a lot. Okay. Wishing you love, peace, and happiness to one and all. Okay. Bye.